Okay, this is my presentation on nonverbal communication through images. I just wanted to apologize. I actually do not have PowerPoint on my computer, so I hope that I can still receive credit for this assignment. Okay, so the first picture, this is the man who is hammering some type of, I would say, metal. It looks like he's maybe reshaping the metal. That would be my best guess. I would say that his body language overall is very relaxed. His shoulders are relaxed and they're not tense. His other arm is relaxing by his side or maybe holding the piece of metal or whatever he's working with. And I would say his face shows a sense of calmness. He looks comfortable with what he is doing. And it seems that overall, I would say the man is approachable. His body language is very open and he's not giving off any signs or anything of anger, frustration, or really struggle. I mean, the hammer that he's swinging behind his head doesn't even seem like that phases him or it's difficult for him. Okay, so for the second image, I actually noted in here that this image is actually my favorite one out of the 8 that are provided. The gentleman in the picture just looks very happy. He has a smile that's very genuine and contagious. But I did want to note that although he looks happy, he also looks like he could maybe be tired or out of breath. I was able to see that there is a handle of an axe at the bottom of the picture, so it looks like maybe he's chopping wood or something. I also noticed that there is someone in the background, maybe more people. It's kind of difficult to tell in the image. Maybe they're having some sort of competition, maybe they're just hanging out. But I would say overall his body language is calm, open, and he's approachable. He looks really happy with what he's doing. I also wanted to make a point that maybe he's warm. I could tell that the sun is beating on him, so maybe it's a hot day and he's taking his hat off just to, cool off a little bit and relax. Okay, so for the third image, I kind of made an assumption that the gentleman is probably at work. My guess was maybe he's a coal miner because he has that light on his head and he's a little suited up and geared up. I would say the weather looks like it could be on the colder side given that the man is wearing a jacket and gloves. His facial expression kind of gives off like a relaxed vibe, but he doesn't seem really like into the picture. It kind of gives off the vibe of, when someone comes up to you and says, smile, and you're not really feeling it or, whatever. He seems kind of just like that, like, okay, here's a picture. I mean, his hand is on his hip, so maybe he's just kind of over it. He doesn't seem like he's angry or doesn't really seem like he has an attitude. But typically when someone's happy in an image, it's easy to tell, their whole face lights up, their eyes kind of light up and you can just tell. But with him, it's just kind of like this halfway smirk. So he doesn't really look too thrilled. Okay, and then for the last image, I chose the woman who looks kind of like she's sitting for a picture for a quote-unquote picture day. She doesn't seem very relaxed. It's obviously like a set-up environment. Her legs, are kind of in a not typical relaxed position, and her arms seem, like they're, not in the most natural position either. You typically don't see people sitting like this when they're out, with their friends or family. I mean, it looks like she kind of gives off this really calm presence. She doesn't look stressed. I did make a note that maybe she was warm in the picture. Maybe there's some sweat kind of on her nose and forehead. Her hair looks a little messy. It could just be because that's how she wears her hair. But that was just kind of an assumption I made. But overall, she doesn't look uncomfortable. She doesn't look angry. She looks pleasant, but also kind of just like, okay, well, it's picture day, so just got to smile and kind of go with it. So.